Alrighty, guys. Thanks for joining me. This is your host, ID Jester. So, I don't know how to really do this video. I've been thinking about this for a while, and I haven't really come up with the best way to do this. So, I apologize in advance. But I thought I would share some news about myself and my channel for you guys out there. And it's time to let you guys know what's going on because there's going to be some changes here coming up pretty quickly, unfortunately. And unfortunately, it's not going to be good changes. So, I've been hanging on to some news and haven't shared anything with anyone except for just a few individuals out there that know about this. But I think it's time that I share it with everyone out there. And I don't know if this is the proper way to do it or not. So, again, I apologize because I'm not sure the best way to handle this situation because this is going to be different. Um, so I don't know if I should just give you the long and the short or just give you the information and pass it on, but there's probably people that would like to know what's happened or what's going on. So the short of it is, and then I will go into the details. So if you don't want to listen to the details, that's fine. But um, last week, I found out that I have cancer. I have thyroid cancer in my neck and in my lymph nodes in my neck. Uh, Obviously, that's not good news. And I'm not sure what's going to happen coming up soon, but I will talk about things and hopefully in a positive light. And hopefully it's positive in that hopefully they found it early enough that things will end up being okay. 25 years ago, I was involved in an automobile accident, and I've had this massive bulge in the back of my neck, back in this location, back in the back of my neck, which is giving me massive headaches and migraines and discomfort and just pain, living in pain for probably 10 years at least. So I finally decided to go ahead and do something about this and contacted a doctor. And he suggested I did an MRI so he could see what the MRI results were. And so I did that. And after the MRI scan, he found a mass in my neck and wanted me to get it checked out. So went through the procedures and did all that and got with my endocrinologist doctor 2 weeks ago where she did a biopsy and then took different locations all over my neck from different spots and sent them off to the pathology lab to get them looked at, and they all came back with cancer. So I met with my cancer specialist doctor yesterday, and he said that basically everything has to be removed. If it's not removed, and if it's not removed, then I'm going to die of thyroid cancer. So that's not an option. If everything, the surgery goes well, and they're able to take out the thyroid and all the lymph nodes that are been infected with the cancer, then I can continue having a long, prosperous life, and I won't die of thyroid cancer. And the other option is if it wasn't caught soon enough, the lymph nodes can spread the cancer throughout my body, and in that case, you're screwed. You're going to die of cancer sooner or later. So it's going to be one of these three things that's going to happen. Well, number one, I'm going to have the thyroid removed. So it's either going to turn out to be positive in that they found everything early enough and that they're able to get in there, take the thyroid out, take all the infected um, what do they call them again? Um, the nodules, the can't even think right now. That's how fried my brain is. Uh, take out the thyroid and all the lymph nodes. That's what I meant to say like 30 seconds ago. So, anyways, and we're just hoping that it was not spread out and monotonicized throughout my body. And what happens, I guess, is they're going to be cutting me from this side, trying to go along this little ridge line or whatever, cutting me from here to here, opening it all up, cutting out the thyroid, getting out all the nodules and all the lymph nodes, sewing it back up. Hopefully everything will work, and then wait 4 to 6 weeks. Then they'll give me what they call a radioactive iodine, which is goes into your system, tries to kill off any remaining lymph nodes that might be infected. And then basically they do a full body scan and they'll know whether or not you've got cancer anywhere else in your body. If you do, it's not good. And hopefully they don't find anything and you're good to go. So that's what's going on um, with me. And from what the doctor said yesterday, it's going to be about an 8 to 10 hour procedure. It's a very involved procedure because you're talking about the carotid artery, you're talking about your esophagus, you're talking about, I don't know, all these medical things, blah, blah, blah. He went through a list of like, seriously, like 30 things that can go wrong. There's, you could talk with a lisp, if something doesn't go well, one of your eyelids, you can have involuntary eyelid movement. There's a whole bunch of just things, but you're also taking a risk because it's a pretty involved surgery. So there's no guarantee anything's going to happen, or you're going to make it through. I mean, 99.9% chance, but there's still going to be, there's always that risk that something can happen. Um, So the reason I'm telling you everything, kind of sharing this with you guys is because, well, I mean, first of all, you guys are like my family, to be honest. I spend more time with you guys. I see you guys, I interact with you guys a lot more than I interact with my family. So a lot of you guys out there, I love you guys, and I want to be, friends with you guys. I want to be, you know, have a relationship with you guys. I know Ruff and Tony. They've been working with me for 2 years, 2.5 years now in the war room, and I consider them like one of my best friends. It's just the way things go. I know a lot of a lot of you on my channel have been around for years and years. Tabletop Sports Delaware, and Al Red Sox fan, and Dave Gardner, and just everyone out there. I mean, just I don't want to specifically name names because I don't want anyone to feel left out. I mean, I could sit here and talk about everyone that I've interacted with for the last year and a half and naming off names because you guys, believe it or not, you mean a lot to us YouTubers out there, and the interaction, the questions, the people. I still get emails from people asking me for files that I create on this game and that game, and what's my opinion of this game, and so all those emails and all the interaction with you guys. I consider you guys like my family, so I do. And like Ruff says, I love you all, and there ain't nothing you can do about it. So there isn't. Um, yeah. So that's kind of what's going on with me. The reason I'm telling you this is I'm sharing it with you because it might actually happen pretty quickly. And if it does happen, it's pretty much going to be where I'm not going to be around for 3 weeks to a month. Recovery time on this is at least 3 weeks, could be longer. It's going to take you 2 weeks even before you can talk. And, you might be able to, say a few words here and there, but obviously straining the vocal cords and everything is not what they want you to do. So I'm going to be probably offline for a long time. and I didn't want you guys to wonder what was going on. I wanted you guys to know what was happening and kind of keep you in the loop and let you guys know what's going on. Uh, Again, I don't know if this is the right way to do this. I don't really know the right thing to say. It's all happens so quickly. Um, I did tell Ruff and Tony about this, and Herman and Scott Muller, the game caddy, and a few other people, because I needed to let them know, hey, at any minute I might not be here tomorrow because I might be going to surgery. The surgery center is supposed to be calling me tomorrow. They were supposed to call me today, but I'm assuming it would. When I met with the doctor, he said they'll probably call you tomorrow. If not, it would be the next day. So I'm assuming they're going to call me tomorrow. He was thinking he might be able to get me in next week for this, because obviously the longer they keep all the bad stuff in, the worse things can get. So they want to get it out as soon as possible. Although I am not ready for this. I am not ready at all, because it's I don't want to sound negative or anything, but it's not going to be easy. It's not going to be easy at all. Recovery is going to be hard if there is a recovery. I'm hoping there will be a recovery, but they don't guarantee anything. But they can guarantee one thing: if you don't get it removed, you're going to die sooner or later from this. So you can't say no. Um, so I have to get something done. So I'm not ready for it, but I'm going to have to do it. Um, I knew no one that I know had cancer. Nobody. I have no reference. I have no recollection. I have no knowledge. And I went from going to get my neck scanned for a bulge in my neck to finding out they are going to have to emergency remove everything in my neck. And so this all happened within a couple weeks. And so I'm kind of in a daze on everything right now. So I don't know how things are going, where things are going to go, how things are going to proceed. It might be tomorrow they call me and say, "Oh yeah, Friday, 8 o'clock in the morning," and you guys won't hear from me for a month or longer. So I wanted to get this video out now before something does happen. All right. With all that said, you know, one thing I can honestly say again is I care about all you guys and I appreciate all your guys' love and support through the years and watching out for me and taking care of me, emailing me, arguing with me about things, telling me I'm wrong, telling me I'm right, telling me they agree, whatever. It's just it's it's the fun stuff that I get to do every day and that's the fun part of it. So it's cool. I enjoy doing it and I enjoy the interaction. If you guys don't come watch the videos, if you guys don't email me, if you don't post comments, I wouldn't be doing this for 10 years. So it's because of you guys. And I know we talk about this in the War Room every Saturday and how important viewership is there and how important their comments are and having viewers come watch it and everything. And it's not just the War Room. I know um, my sports playing groups are some of the best guys I know, and you guys have been around some of the longest. And I just can't thank you guys enough for all your love and support. And uh, here's one thing I would honestly take to heart before you post anything on this video or anything else is I didn't want to even do this video. And the reason I didn't want to do it wasn't because I didn't want to share it with you, is because once you share the fact that you have cancer with somebody, everything changes. The people at work, all of a sudden, are super nice to you. all of a sudden, you know, they don't ask for your help anymore because they don't want to be a burden on you because you got issues, you got your own problems to worry about. They don't want to add to that. And I honestly, 100%, I hate that. I really, really hate that. And I don't want anything to change between me and you guys, me and my family, me and, you know, everything that's going on. I really can't stand the fact when people treat you differently because you got cancer, right? And they want to feel sorry for you and they want to, you know, they want to let you know how much they care about you, how much they love about you, and blah, blah, blah. But then everything changes, right? And then the person that has the cancer feels bad because all these people, you know, are, oh, you know, we feel sorry for you. And then, you know, it becomes more of a burden on the person because people want to express how, oh, we're, you know, you know, wishing the best for you. We love you, Jester, whatever. And I know you guys do, right? But then I feel this burden that I didn't have before because now I feel like, oh, man, you know, I'm letting you down or I'm changing our relationship, right? I'm changing how things are. Unfortunately, I don't have any control over that, right? I don't have any control over what happens inside me, right? All these years I've been having all these neck problems, and I was thinking it was, you know, because of my bulging disc in my neck. I went to physical therapy. I did all that stuff, and then you find out it didn't have anything to do with that. It did, but there was another issue in there, and so kind of hopefully, right? Because I had this neck issue, hopefully now we caught it early enough, and everything's going to turn out great, and it'll be super good, and we can only hope for the best at this point. You know, the big test won't be now. The big test will be in 2 months from now when they do the full body scan and they find out A, you're clean, you don't have anything, or B, you got nodules all over your body that are cancerous. You're going to die. So just accept that now. And so, you know, that'll be the big test is when that happens. So thoughts and prayers when that day comes up, that's when I need them. Right now, I don't want anything to change between us. I'm just going to continue doing what I'm doing. You continue doing what you're doing. And I just, again, I wasn't even going to do this video, but I just felt it wasn't right to just not tell you guys because you're family, because I love you guys. And I mean, years and years of interaction with many of you, um, and all the time and effort that I go through that you guys appreciate. And I know you guys do that. And I know you know, you might not agree with me all the time, but I mean, I've heard over and over again positive thoughts from everybody out there. You know, I know RJL when he does his videos of Inside Pitch and how instrumental I was in helping him get into the game and the system, and you know that's you know just hearing that makes me feel like good. It makes me feel good inside. It makes me feel like yes, I'm doing something good, not for myself but for other people, and that's kind of what we do this for, anyways. But what I don't want to do is change anything between us and make things different. And I don't want you guys feel like you have to now, oh gosh, something's going to happen to Jester now. I got to, you know, tell him something. And I don't want that. I want it to happen naturally. I want it to happen because you want to, not because you feel like, oh, now's the last chance I get to tell Jester this because something might happen to him. So that's how I feel like when things go to change, and I don't like that. And you know, I like I said, it just when you tell and you share things like this, the first thing people want to do is reach out and say, how sorry they feel for you and how, they're thinking about you. And again, that's great. But then it puts the burden on the person that does have the cancer. And to be honest, I am, don't want anything to change. I don't want anything to alter the way things were. I would like today and tomorrow and the next day and the next day to go exactly like the last 10 years have gone. And I know sharing this with you is not going to allow that to happen. So before you post and just decide if you want to say something, just remember, I don't expect anyone to say anything. I don't expect you guys to change anything. If you don't post anything, I'm not going to think any less of you. To be honest, I don't. That's not, I'm not doing this for views. I'm not doing this for posts. I'm not doing this for comments. In fact, I'm even thinking about restricting comments because I don't want to read them because it's just going to make it more serious. And I don't want it to be any more serious than it is. Again, to be honest, I would love to sit here for an hour and a half and give you guys stories about everything that you've done for me in the last 10 years, all the times that I've gotten together to play with you, or the comments and the emails that you've sent me. And I'd like to call every one of you out and tell you about how important you are to me. But I feel like if I do that, right, I'll forget somebody, right? If I start saying thank you to so and so, and then, the people that do watch this that are just as important to me, and I don't mention them, then they don't feel like I appreciate them as much as I appreciate the other people. And that would break my heart, to be honest. That would break my heart to make people think that, um, that they weren't important, as important as other people. Um, I would, for that reason, I'm not going to try to do that. I'm not going to try and say thank you to all you people. I'm just going to say thank you to everyone. There is a few people I am going to call out and say thank you, and that's going to be Ruff and Tony, my two comrades in arms every Saturday for 2 hours, plus all the extra times that we've gotten together. I did share a lot of this information with them last week or 2 weeks ago when it first came down. Again, the reason I shared this with them is I told them I might be emailing you and saying I can't come to the war room for a month. So you're just going to have to play it by ear until I find out what's going on. So I felt a duty to let them know ahead of time and not just say, hey, I'm not going to be here for a month. So I told them what was going on, and I know they've been burdened with not saying anything to anybody and not sharing what was going on because, again, I specifically told them I do not want anyone to know until I've decided how I'm going to try to do this video, because it's not the video I wanted to do. So thank you guys. And, Ruff and Tony, you guys mean the world to me. You know that. Two of the best guys that I know anywhere. And the 2 hours that we spend arguing and fighting and laughing and teasing one another is probably the best 2 hours I have every week with other people other than my wife. So, yeah, thank you guys. And another shout out to Herman Lootman. And yes, it's going to be on my gravestone when I die. Friend of Herman Lootman. Because we named him. That's what we love him by. I also told him because we've been getting together playing games regularly online and helping him with his games and playtesting and doing all this stuff. So I didn't want to also run into a situation where the office calls and says, hey, we got surgery tomorrow and you're going to be out for at least 3 weeks or longer. And I didn't want to just not tell him and tell him at the last minute, and be like, oh, yeah, by the way, I'm having surgery tomorrow. I, I just didn't think that was right. So, again, Herman knew ahead of time, and I asked him not to tell anybody as well. So, thank you, Herman, good friend of the channel. I just literally met him, last year, and we just hit it off because we have similar interests, similar likes. We feel the same way about game design, about playing games, all that. We just hit it off and we've become really good friends. And I really, really appreciate that. And I consider him a close personal friend and someone I can trust. And so I told him. So, besides Herman and Dean and Tony, I don't think that I've shared this with anyone. And of course, I didn't want it to get out until I got with my family and told them what was going on. But I couldn't get with them until I got with the doctors to find out what the outcome was from the biopsies that they did on my neck. They ended up doing 8 different biopsies in my neck, and everything came back positive, which is not good. I mean, something should have come back negative. Come on, give me a break. I mean, Tony can't even roll dice that badly. That's so. I mean, it's a foregone conclusion. Everything needs to go, or there's no chance for me. So, um, anyway, so thanks to Tony and Ruff and Herman, and again, all you guys out there. I don't want to. I I feel bad again because I wish I could call out some of you and tell you how much you mean to me, and tell you how important your videos are and how important you are in your comments and how our interactions are great and inspiring and earth shattering, and I would love to do that, but I just don't want to because I don't want anyone else to feel less important out there, because I know I will miss people, and I don't want this video's already almost half an hour, and it could go on for another hour and a half as I talk about things with people, and so I would just feel horrible if I did that, because I know as soon as I stop the video and I upload it, I'm going to think, oh, you know what, I didn't say about this person, or I didn't say this. uh, you just never know until it happens. You just never know. I mean, literally the last 2 weeks I've been walking around in a fog, not being able to sleep, kind of just not sure what's going to happen the next day. Today was my first day back to work, and literally I couldn't focus at work about what I was doing because other things, you know, worried what's going to happen, what should I do, how should I do it. So I finally decided I would just sit down and talk. And, again, I don't know if this is the right way or the wrong way. I don't know if there is a right way or a wrong way. I don't know how else to share with you guys. I don't know what else to say to you guys other than, just sit down and talk, which is what I normally do. And whatever comes out, comes out. It might be the right thing, it might be the wrong thing. And those that understand me, they'll understand. I'm trying to do the right thing, and those that don't understand me, they won't. And I think most of the people that know me they'll understand. So, anyways, yeah, I didn't even want to make this long a video because I don't want this to be about me, right? I mean, I want it to be informative so you guys know what's going on, because probably shortly, within the next week or two, you probably won't see me for a while, and you might never see me again, period. But that isn't going to happen, hopefully, right? Knock on wood. Knock on wood that doesn't happen, but who knows? I mean, they're digging around with your arteries and veins, and I mean, you would not believe. Go look on the internet, you know, do medical parts of your neck, and there's literally a million things in your neck. There are 600 lymph nodes, 600 lymph nodes in your body. 200 of them are located in your neck region. And they've got to take all the infected ones out, make sure they get them all. So if they're not sure whether or not, oh, this one looks bad, let's take this one out. Up until surgery time, I'm open to continue just doing everything I do and playing, having a good time. I'm not going to discuss this during the war room. I am not going to discuss this during videos that I'm doing. I am only discussing this now. Because I don't want to continue lingering on this and make this all about me. The war room isn't about me. The war room is a special time where we talk about war rooms, not about me. So I'm not going to be discussing it during the war room. And if you do come watch the war room and you want to post a comment, great, thanks. But I'm not even probably going to acknowledge it because I don't want it to be a thing. I'm very worried that things are going to change, and I know they're going to change, but I don't want them to change. So you guys help me not change anything, and that would be great. Yeah, that's about it. We'll see how it goes. Like I said, hopefully the surgery goes well. They're able to get in there, remove the thyroid, remove all the infected lymph nodes, make sure they get everything out they need to get out. In 4 to 6 weeks after that, then we have a time where we take the radioactive isotope, kills off anything they missed. They do the scan, everything comes back clean, and we're good to go. And in 3 months from now, hopefully, knock on wood, I can do a video saying thumbs up. Or, the alternative we already talked about. So that's kind of where I stand on things right now. So yeah, just wanted to let everyone know. I probably you might not see me around for a while. You might not even hear from me for a while. If things change and they can't do it, say until July or August or whatever, and there's going to be a couple month delay, I'll kind of let you guys know. But I'm kind of hoping just to get this video out, let you guys see it, know what's going on, and then we just move on like nothing changed and nothing matters. And, yeah. So, see you on the other side, fellas.